of the week. Bubbles Bronson's getting ready to climb into the flag stand. I don't know if we can get a shot, Lenny, of Bubbles today, but he has apparently dug into the Kyle McGowan wardrobe.
Oh, my.
Yes. He has found something not as bright pink as what McGowan – look at that. Brighter on TV than it is in person.
Yeah, you need sunglasses to look up in the flag stand.
Yes.
Some of these racers are going to have to change their shield.
That is an excellent pink shirt.
It is. He's got a pink flag. If he's waving, will that confuse the drivers?
They might think the last restart might be a time restart, and it's not.
Speaking of time and green, on screen there. So they didn't make a life-size poster of time and green so that the fans in the grandstands could know what we're posting?
No, unfortunately not. Terry, I'm going to borrow your headset for a second. You have been already demoted. You're fired. No, come here. I want to talk to you for a second.
Our flagger. He picked up that name from veteran announcer Steve Post at the summer shootout at Charlotte Motor Speedway, where he waves the silks like no one other. He's got his own style. Kyle McGowan had preceded him in that hierarchy, as did others. Joey, who is now a NASCAR flagger, before even Kyle.
While we have the history of flagging going on, we've moved Terry over to the side for a moment. He's going to call the semi-pro B main with us. But Cameron Boland, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm okay.
Hey, Bud, were you okay? That whomp into the wall there looked like it kind of wounded you for a second.
I'm good, Lenny. I'm sorry. I'm scared. I'm sorry I scared you a little bit.
You had me a little, worried about you.
No, we're all good. We're ready to go. The old 88 backup car was unfixable, but I tell you what, we're still here and we're supporting the 860 contingent. And while I'm on camera, I'm going to turn around.
Oh, here we go.
I am Owen Meyer's biggest fan. And I just want to say that out loud put it on TV.
So hold on. When the Masters are out there, do you tape over Owen's name and just put Daryl?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that again.
Yeah. I'm sure the folks at Steel Volkswagen appreciate that as well. They got the
free advertisement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wrong way.
Yeah,
right.
Something like that. So you guys are busy over at 860 getting ready for the day?
Oh, yeah. We got two more in the B main here. Nick rolls off first and Preston fifth. So we're going to try and see if we can't knock ourselves in the show again. Yeah,
one more day. Did you get to leave the track yet?
No.
You leave the racetrack tonight or tomorrow?
Oh, I'm getting out of here as quick as I can.
Okay.
Maybe they're going to post on their social media that shirt.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, can we come back to 8 for a second? Look what we got for you, Lenny.
Oh, thank you so much. That is so cool. I can't wait to wear that lid.
I have to exchange a PRNs at the track to Foisey if he's in the top 3 for the award ceremony later.
So I go away yesterday and we get new technology here.
Oh, yeah, we can draw on the screen now. This is great. No, it's not working. It's apparently Tony already killed it.
I'm sorry, Producer Penguin. I'm deeply.
We can draw arrows. We can draw lines. We can draw squigglies. I mean, it's all good. Okay, here, that's
Tony
the mouse.
Strader in action.
So there's it right there. Look at that. Oh, no, it's not on the screen yet.
No.
Here we are.
Oh, wow, a little delay.
What? I
can't.
How's the Pro B main looking?
Thank you, Producer Penguin. I needed a little more.
Look at that. We needed an autograph anyway. There it is. If you're at home, screenshot that. That is your Cameron Boland autograph.
Oh.
You just have to put 88?
Yeah. All right. There we go.
There we go.
Didn't give me enough time to screenshot.
Welcome into our live look-in. We are going to roll the semi-pro B, so I'm going to get you to exchange your headset with Terry. Feel free to hang out. We got air conditioning up here.
That's why I'm here.
So the pro legends are coming out. The lineup, as I could see from my race pass, which hopefully you also have when you're looking in here at these races. It's a great tool to assist you to be able to learn where everybody is. Nick Morabito, JT Poole will be up front. Josh Inglis and Noah Healy, row number 2. Preston Risley and Jason Treschel going to be row 4, or no, that's row 3. Adam Walker and John Palmer Pyle will be in row 5. Leroy Kimball and Chris Kuhn rounding out that bunch. And the last 2, Cameron Murray and Lucas Vera.
7126 front row.
So the top 4 in this B feature will make it to the A feature, the championship round, if you will. If you're just tuning in. So the battle, not so much to win. Whoever gets out front, they'll probably be pretty comfortable there. The real heat should come around 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th as they all try to fight for that last 4th place position that will give them the berth into the feature as well as the front 3.
So, Terry, what do you think? You've seen a couple of these races so far this week. What do you think of this B meet?
Well, you see a whole lot of white fenders out here. I think that says it all for itself. This has been exciting. I mean, for a lot of people that's watched the socials, watched the free previews that we put out here all over the great social media platforms, you want to go watch. You sit at the bottom of the screen. You want to go to uslegendcars.tv, catch some of this action. We got the last day right here. This championship day, Tim. So we're here. So you might want to watch. I mean, you see the beating and banging. You see all the fenders that have been rubbed off. You see a lot of the competition. Look at this. A bunch of white fenders all the way around here. This is racing here.
And that is from the 860 shop, too.
The white fenders are indicative of fenders that have been replaced because of damage throughout the week. They have white ones back at the U.S. Legends trailer that they sell these drivers to replace their purple ones, if you will, on Morabito's car here on screen. So Morabito started with 4 perfectly purple fenders on his 71 and got kind of used up one day and had to go over, buy himself another couple, and certainly not enough time to paint him perfect purple. So pops them on white, and that's why you see a lot of race cars with 1 or 2, maybe even more, of their fenders mismatching the body of the race car. Well, Morabito wants to keep all the fenders on, wants to stay in the top 4. So does Poole, Inglis, and Healy. We'll see if the front 4 can hold off the rest.
Here they come to the green flag. This is a 12-lap contest, top 4. Make it into the A main later on. Poole gets into line and behind Morabito. And we got trouble behind. It's 3 of them. That's Kimball, I believe, in the 51. Walker in the 316. And Pyle in the 96. Going to bring out our first yellow flag on lap number 1, turn number 1. Now, Lenny, I am not a race car driver. We do have a professional one sitting next to us over here. But I was told in the driver's meeting, and everybody was told in the driver's meeting, you cannot win the race in turn 1.
And it looks like maybe 1 or 2 or even all 3 of these have lost it in turn 1. Let's see if we can check a replay of that. It happened pretty quick. Look towards the right of the screen. You'll see him digging into the corner. A little touch, a little spin by the 96, I think, on its own. And then the other 2. So watch the 96 up top. On the right side, the multicolor, the pink, the white, the blue, into the corner, up towards the high side. The 31 slowing up in front, was that the reason to hit the brakes? Maybe, or just to take a little higher line, and that line not grabbing the tires, and the 316 of Adam Walker, nowhere to go in the 51, unable to check up in time, Leroy Kimball.
And, Terry, you have to look at this B main. There is a few of these cars that had an A main this week or have just flat struggled this week to try to get in to a semi-pro A main, and those 3 over there are, I think, prime examples of some of those drivers that have just missed the mark a little bit this week.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this in the pre-race. We talked about this all week long, that it's a game of inches here. It's a game of what you find, whether it's in the camber, it's in the caster, it's in the rear of the car, brake bias, things like that, that's going to separate these cars a little bit. But right there, just a big checkup all the way down. 96 actually lost it there by having to lock it up and slow down. There's nowhere to go for that 51. Just went slam right in the side of this 316. It's tough, but a game of inches, and hopefully by the next race they pull out, they bring these cars out, they'll be ready to go.
Leroy getting out of his car, and any driver that leaves their car on the racing surface, that's their automatic done. That's their window net coming down. They're finished, and looks like Leroy will survey the damage as most drivers do after a wreck. And he'll get the ride back Crockett's towing tow truck.
So this is a perfect time as you see Jason Treschel on our screen. If you're watching us on our live look, and drop us a comment below. Let us know where you tuned in from, who you are cheering for. Maybe what the weather's like in your area. I know, Lenny, up north, there's an ice storm going on. So You see the Newfoundland car. You see 2 Canadian cars on the screen, Newfoundland and Ontario being represented there. Head over to wherever you're watching us on Facebook, hit that share button. Now, producer Penguin had told us we're only showing the B feature, but if you're really, really nice, the beginner Bandoleros are coming up next. And you know the big star of the week in the beginner Bandoleros, you know who that is, right, Terry?
Who?
Well, there's a 54 that's won 2 races.
Yeah,
Braxton Bush.
Looks really good.
And Gerald White, the third local. That's been back and forth there between those two. Johnson's been really quick. That beginner Bandolero feature is going to be one that you want to watch. So if you want to watch those guys, hit that like and hit that share button. Oh, Cameron, we have a very famous 860 driver watching our look, and that is not here.
Oh, who is that?
I am very disappointed he is actually not here this week. Mike Alcaro is watching. Where is Mike? Oh, he's getting married. Oh, wow. Just like Tony
Where's
Stevens.
his commitment?
Yeah. Bubbles Bronson is watching the look in from the flag stand with the best voices and some Canadian guy. Wow. Wow.
Hey, this race was scheduled quite a long time ago, and you could figure that the Winter Nationals is going to be around this week. The wedding planner probably didn't get the memo.
So I have a friend of mine at home that he's working. He's working today. That was a nice save for that. By the way, I have a friend of mine that's at home that is getting married during the racing season. His excuse is that his wife is a school teacher, and they don't want to get married on spring break.
That's crazy. So I told my wife flat out, I said, if you want to get married during the race season, I said, I hate to tell you, there's an off season. It's about 2 weeks.
Yep.
And that's as close as we're going to get. So if you want to do the wedding ceremony, you got 2 weeks in between here and Daytona Kart Week.
December 26th is my wedding date. We got married in Minneapolis, Minnesota, 8 degrees below up there because I was VP at Richard Childress Racing, and we had that week off. And I knew we'd be able to have it because we had it closed. Everything else, I said, we can't plan. I might have to be at the office. So December 26th, always remember 8 degrees below, and we're going to remember these cars as they go after the top 4 spots, the semi-pro B main.
As Poole tries to find that spot in the line again, here comes Inglis, here comes Noah Healy, here comes Risley in the 4, white 4 to the inside. Terry, we're taking 4, and there is a mess for that 4th place position.
Hey, there is. You see there's sideways right here. One got washed up there just a little bit and come out of line. And now here we go. It slipped back just a little bit. Now you see the 50, I believe that's the 51 right there with the 26 on the outside.
That is JT Poole on the outside of Josh Inglis. There is Treschel on the inside in the 31 as they duel it out for position number 3 and down into corner number 1. 3rd and 4th. Battling it out. Inglis has really come a long way this week, Terry. Made his first A-main yesterday, the 51J in 2nd, up to that runner-up spot.
He's doing a really good job pulling away from 3rd and 4th here as they continue side by side going down into turn number 1. And now you see a little slip and a slide and a little beating and banging. The 26 getting the back there. Now here comes there's the 4 going in trying to make a move.
Yeah, Treschel could feel the 2 cars behind him starting to apply pressure, and now he's got to try to move out the other car in front of him. Gets up into 3rd, it looks like, here on timing and scoring. So Treschel now pulled behind him. Was that enough to keep Treschel safe? I think so, because Poole is in the clutches of the 4, Preston Risley.
Yeah, Preston Risley's trying to put the move there on that 26 machine. He's not able to get it there. He's going to go deep into the corner, not be able to make that one go. Now here we go, a run off the exit.
He diamonded that corner. Did you see that? He went in deep but kind of pointed it up and then really yanked the wheel and got it down. Hadn't seen that move by many of them this week. A nice one by Preston Risley. He's on the inside in the white car, trying to grab the spot, the 4th and final transfer position. 5 laps to go.
And in behind them is Noah Healy. Noah hasn't made an A-main this week, so he's probably in the car saying, yes, guys, go at it. I want a spot in the final A-main of the week. Risley and Poole side by side. And here comes Healy, the 84 on the back bumper, looking to make something happen.
Yeah, Healy could get in there and really change the dynamic of this one. If he hits the 4 might go in front of the 26, and then Healy following through. I don't know, boys. This is pretty good for 4th place.
Yeah, Healy gets to the back bumper there. He actually tried to move him out of the way. The 4 got washed up just a little bit. Now here comes Healy. He's there side by side for the transfer spot. He's almost got it. 3 wide for it.
Side by side, 3 wide, and Poole trying to take it away. Noah Healy had the move made, could not hold on to it.
Oh!
They come, in trouble.
Yellow front stretch.
Yeah, we were
yellow,
trying to go
front
all the way
stretch.
to the checkers without one of these things again, but not those 3 were going to find their way to at least womp on each other one time, if not more. So now you're JT Poole. You're back in 4th, but Noah Healy is really fast, and they're going to get a single file restart, guys. Am I right?
I do potentially.
Yeah.
we will see what they do.
They won't be 4 wide at the start.
Oh, they might be 4 wide at the start. The race director Kyle McGowan might not like that, but they may end up being 4 wide at the start.
Oh,
Take a
we
look
got
at
a
this.
replay here.
The 3 wide there. Then they settled it out.
Oh.
And then the 84 Healy just catches the 4. Maybe just got of misjudged right there. I mean, you see the 3 wide, and then you just see right here
being
going to the
kind.
corner.
I think getting the 4 out of the way was maybe the medicine to try to get up to the 26. He goes in. He's pushing. That 84's not turning the way. I ain't even turned the wheel. Yeah. I don't think the 84 had control when he hit the 4. But it sure looked 26 a Poole. He just drove it. That's full send by the 26.
Green next time by green, white checker. Green, white checker.
Once again, if you're watching us on our live look-in, head to uslegendcars.tv to see the full racing action here this afternoon on demand. Everything and your subscription keeps going. If you go throughout the year, we've got some more big events coming up later on. But drop us a comment down below and hit that share button, and our producer may let us show you the beginner feature on our live look-in. Here comes Morabito. Here comes Treschel. Those are your top 2. We're going to send the top 4 into the A main. Green flag flies. Green white checker, Terry.
Yeah, green white checker. You see the 71 right there. Is able to get the jump. Is going to hold this race lead. 31 tucks in behind. Then you see the 37. Now we see side by side for that transfer position. This is going to be huge. We saw contact 4 before. What's the 4 do at Risley?
White flag. Final lap around Citrus County Speedway. And top 4 make it. We were side by side for 4th. Risley trying to take it away. JT Poole on the back bumper. What do you do to get into the A-main on the final day? Checkered flag. Poole sideways. He's not going to get there, as Morabito is going to win this one. And what
Treschel, English, and Risley scored in the top 4. What a show there in the last lap.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cameron's going back to work on some race cars by the looks of it, because they've got something to move forward into the A-main. Congratulations to Morabito, Treschel, Inglis, and Risley. Well, I think the folks on our look-in, we're going to go take a look here and see who is commented. Now, by the way, Lenny, I know you were good on the weather earlier today. We've got a lot of folks up north saying that it is an ice storm up there.
Yeah, Halifax has freezing rain, but it's going to be getting warmer in Halifax the rest of the day. They're already up over 40 degrees, so if they can just kind of sequester in place for a couple of hours, it should go back to just water.
Darren Wilcox says it's pure ice in Fredericton. Adam Hiscock is watching from, say it with me, Lenny, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
There you go. Sunny and 5 degrees on the east coast, Newfoundland. Ricky Miller is watching from Prince Edward Island. Jody Frazier's watching us. Good to have him along. Ryan Spencer asks, how many more races are there today? Well, if I could count, 1, 2, 3, about 10 or so. There's a lot of racing to accomplish today. We are just getting on our first A-main of the day. Who else do we have over here? Leighton Harrison, let's go 860 cars. We actually seen, Lenny, a couple of highlights of Leighton Harrison already this week on the show. It's good to have Leighton watching. John Ragsdale from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Mike Alcaro is still working, or at least that's what his boss thinks. Robbie Power from Dublin, Ireland, watching. Hayden Baines is watching from New Zealand, and the sun is out there. What's the weather like here?
Temperature 78. I think that's a little cool. I think it's gotten into the 80s pretty much now. Humidity over 70%. North wind out of 14 miles an hour. Partly cloudy. A small micro chance of rain. We'll see if that changes throughout the heating of the clouds and everything else as the temperature rises there in southwest Florida, or western Florida, I guess.
Lenny, we said Leighton Harrison was watching, and apparently our producer, apparently our producer found out.
Oh, and that means video.
backwards,
There's Leighton.
There's Leighton Harrison back in 2019.
Look at the car. Somebody save him. And look at that. The Canadian Mounties sent in their favorite announcer.
I thought we deleted that. At least Leighton's happy. Jason Bice is watching. Papa Bear. Phyllis and Randy. Do you know them? That would be my mother. Oh, your mama's watching. Saying you're doing a good job. There you go. Billy Goodman is watching as well. So if you're watching us, comment down below. Let us know that you're watching, and we will get you on there. Patrick Healy is tuned in. He's tuning in for the fantasy, by the way. So he's waiting to see how his team does, and you can join along in the MRP app. Get your My Race Pass app going. Play some fantasy with us today. Lenny, we have Bandoleros on the racetrack, and I believe you have I
think
I'm ahead in fantasy.
54's grandfather, Tom, is probably watching up here in the Carolinas. His dad's probably over there in the East Coast of the state, getting ready to go to work himself. But here is the starting lineup. Harley Johnson and Brexton Bush are the front row. Matt Hodges and Evan Johnson will be in the second row. Gerald White the third, and Bryson Nichols the fourth row. And that is, and then the beginner Bandoleros behind them, Allie Johnson and Rue Reeves, Jay Hemingway and Corbin Cannon to follow in row 5. Row number 6 coming up. That is Christopher Flynn and Michael Mazzagatti, Camden Truitt and Addison Martinez, row 7, and Hudson Ruff completing the field for the beginner Bandolero feature. Final one of the week.
Yeah. So to set the stage here, as we are at 1 to green, the 54 Brexton Bush has 2 wins. The 38 inside row number 3 of Gerald White has 2 wins. Somebody's trying to break the tie, and Harley Johnson's had speed all week long. He comes to green. We are underway. He's looking for his first win of the week. Down into corner number 1. We are underway for feature competition on day number 5, Lenny.
Coming out of corner number 2, Johnson and Bush were in that memorable moment at the finish. And Johnson just dove it in too low, and the thing turned around on him, and a big impact.
Oh, boy.
Corbin Cannon moving around in the 5.
Stop. Everyone stop on the backside. Just stop. Everyone stop.
John Kelly heads to chat with the driver. He's been doing a lot of chatting with these beginner Bandolero drivers this week.
He has.
He has. He's actually famous.
All beginners.
He made the Brexton video from the massive finish
shade.
with Johnson
Go all the
earlier
way
in the
up
week.
against
Yes, he did.
the wall in the
Maybe
shade.
we got a replay of this.
In the shade, everyone. In the shade. All the way up against the wall in the shade.
We're going to park our beginner bandos up the top of the hill. There's Johnson out of the car. Good to see. Had speed all week, Lenny. Just wrong side of the inch on some of these races.
Yeah, and I don't know whether he got close enough to the rumble strips to upset the Bando. The Bando with no brakes up front, no engine. Everything's kind of in the back of the race car. If you kind of get onto pedal a little too hard, it'll twitch and turn you around like that. So probably one of many things that could have gone on, but it's going to end up on a hook. Johnson will be out, and so will the 5 of Corbin Cannon, ending their week down here in Inverness, Florida.
And Cannon out of the race car. So we'll see. I was going to say we'll see a replay of him walking to the tow truck, but that's good. A good sign too.
So Bush and Johnson down into the corner, and there seems to be pretty good separation between these two.
Yeah.
I think Johnson just nicked the inside there, and then Cannon couldn't get wound up enough. Didn't see it coming enough.
One more look at it. Yeah, he got the rumble strips there.
I think the rumble strip was the culprit in this one. Yeah, right there. Car comes away from him. That's not a braking deal. That's those rumble strips bouncing him up and losing traction at that point.
And purple 5 right here into your shot.
Oh.
And that is
well, you can see the safety of these cars clearly on that one.
Yep.
And give Corbin Cannon a little bit of props. He was able to point the thing at least at the nose of the car and get away from the driver door. So did what most would try to do, save the other competitor direct door impact.
And Crockett's Towing has been busy here this week.
Did you get a ride in the Crockett's truck yet?
No, I did not. That is not something that I have done
on
yet.
the inside, 54 on the outside.
I think the most famous guy is the one sitting there on the back near the hook.
Yeah,
he's been over taking pictures of the hats, been laying on the Guardian, the pole right there.
Yeah, he's been on the Instagrams and the U faces and whatever, taking pictures of his hat.
Go ahead.
I want one of them hats.
Yeah,
maybe a Crockett towing hat.
So we're going to realign
cool
we're going to realign the field here. There's Johnson going off the racetrack. If you're still watching us on our live look-in, we are going to show you the beginner Bandolero feature, and then we are going to be pulling back the curtain on the Facebook Live look-in. Head to uslegendcars.tv to see the entire racing action here this afternoon. Mike James from Eastbound Park in Newfoundland and Labrador is tuned in. We need to get you, Lenny, over to Newfoundland at some point.
Yeah, I would love to go to Newfoundland and maybe even have the time to get to Labrador.
Yep, get over to the big land. Caden Tufts is watching. Deanna Dempsey's watching. John Allen is checked in. Scott Kitchen Sr. from Ohio. Jen Billings from Wisconsin. Who else do we have here?
Jackie from Maine on yet?
No, we do have Christy from Maine, though. It's raining and switching by nightfall. Thank you for the coverage. Didn't make it down this year. Obviously, Trevor in the 15 car. We saw him up in New Hampshire for Road Course World Finals this year. But they are cheering.
Maureen and the Oliver clan would be on as well watching.
Yep. By the way, they are cheering on Cole Roby, and they are a fan. Christy and the Krause clan is a fan of the Andrew Purdue one-man comedy band, Dad Jokes.
Really good. He's a good
Yes.
cameraman, too.
Yes.
He's not a good cook, but he's a good cameraman.
Purdue has one more fan than I do this week, so good on Purdue.
Hold up. Let me get the 18 out there. 5, Flynn on the inside.
Well, while they're getting these, I have a joke. Can Purdue hear me?
Yeah, you are on the public address on the racetrack, so yes, he can't hear
Purdue,
you.
Instead of using eye drops today, I mistakenly used ketchup. But the good thing is, hindsight is 2020.
All the way up on the inside.
I can see him out the window, and there is a laugh coming from our top camera.
Let's go racing. That'll be even more fun. Here we go. Bush on the outside, the 16 to Hodges on the inside. They're coming up to speed.
Let's go racing. We have 20 laps to go in this one. We did not get a lap in, and White is already going for it and went too hard. That is White in the 38 and Hodges in the 16.
Yellow.
I saw him spin. I didn't see any a little bit of damage. Probably go to the work area with that piece.
May as well take a look at it because you're going to go to the back anyway, right?
75J, you're on the front row next to the 54. 75J.
Just sent that a little too hard right there on that restart.
And White, who has won 2 races this week, is having having some time with John Kelly on the front of the ATV, or was on the front of the ATV. Looks like he might have that one rolling again.
So Terry, are you going to be our videographer in Victory Lane today?
Yeah. So we're going. I've got 4 different jobs up here. I'm here.
Oh, replay time before we get to that.
Oh, just sent it.
Yeah.
Just sent her.
White was trying to make up a lot of spots in the first turn after the restart. So I have been saying while Tim has been making his way to Victory Lane that he has been bounding and prancing down the stairs. Can I request maybe just a glimpse of that?
Okay, for the record, Fat man and hot Florida weather, there is no bouncing, pouncing, prancing, dancing, anything down any stairs whatsoever.
Well, Lenny, you actually might get your wish because obviously we're going down for
I know,
this.
we're sending you down with about 4 laps to go, so you don't see that.
If I'm up here calling this and then I run down there, I could technically run behind Tim Terry. I mean, I'm sure the fans at home that are watching wouldn't mind watching. As we see the soaring up there in the sky.
80, tighten it up on the
I wanted to see him shimmy shaking, boogalooing, getting his way down, high-fiving other fans and such. The rose petals being thrown in front of him.
I'm not sure if this is a Jerry Lee Lewis song or not.
Bugalooing. Look at those folks. I think that's Jackson Denton over there. He heard his name.
He heard his name.
Yeah,
he heard his name. The camera. Yeah,
There's Gerald White.
Yep.
16, you can grab the outside.
There's Cameron White over there in the fire suit. We'll see him in the Chargers later on.
They're going to be checking where the wheels are.
Sure, she's aligned properly.
Well, the wheels are on the race car, Lenny.
Yeah, we can only see 2.
What did Donnie say to us yesterday, that the wheels were all out of line? He won that race by an inch.
Yeah. That is the Josh Williams team.
So where's this bunch going now? They got to go back around.
So they got to go around. Well, we just lost the shot, but they've got to go around the buildings, around the trailers. And our race director, Kyle McGowan, upstairs does have that same camera on the work area. So he is going to hold the field if you have work area time applicable. So you have 90 seconds in the work area if you are involved in the caution, and no work area time within 5 laps to go, and you only get 1 set of work area time per. Obviously, the 38 involved in that one, so he does have 90 seconds, and he was hustling to get back before the 90 seconds was completed.
Allie Johnson and both 75s are down there. Jay Hemingway.
Yep.
66 in the fray here. Evan Johnson. Rexton's hands are so smooth all weekend. That steering is just like surgery. Spot on. Here we go. Coming back to green, out of 4.
Green flag flies. We are back underway. We've still got 20 laps on the board for the beginner Bandoleros, and Brexton Bush gets out to the early lead over Johnson, and they all scramble in behind. That's the T2 with Truitt in the middle. Hodges to the inside in the 16, and the black 66 to the outside of Evan Johnson. They get back to 2 wide. Terry down to 3.
Yeah, they finally fan it back out to 2 wide. Then they're going to look again all the way up against the wall. There we go, getting turned on the front stretch here.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
Got turned to be able to make that go back around. We'll throw the yellow, the T2 there. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Camden Truitt has been bouncing around throughout the week, and looked like they had everything back together. Didn't see who may have been zooming him while he was zooming them going into the corner.
T2 on the tail, tighten it up.
Well,
McGowan's being kind, letting him stay back out there with that. I don't know whether that body work is going to stay on.
54, 75J, 75.
And single file restarts after the initial for our beginners. As you see the replay right here, the T2 to the inside.
T2 hot pit per your crew.
66 is out there to the outside. Just T2 just come up on him and thought he was clear and just evidently wasn't.
Single file, everyone. Single file. 54's out front. 66 in front of the 16, just like that.
Yeah, I think you got that just
38.
right on. Yeah, the T2 was coming, and where the 66 was just right, just enough to clip that rear Nerf bar and do what it did.
Oh, there is a bar trying to get the bumper out, trying to get the fender out.
Oh, just yanking it.
Hold the brake. Hold the brake.
I was going to say, these Bandoleros are so light, you yank hard enough and the whole car comes with you.
Well, I mean, he's forearms right there. I'd be kind of scared. I don't think whether pipe or not, I wouldn't go over and talk mess to him. I ain't going up and say nothing. I'll go and hand him a drink or something.
So that is the work area. There's another bumper. Oh, and there's a hammer.
There's a big old hammer.
Yeah.
It's like powerlifting right there. Go.
They're gonna hustle to get in within those 90 seconds in the work area.
I'm not sure why we're hitting this side of the bumper.
Trying to bump it out to the other side. It's a little ingenuity right here. You're in Florida. You got to make it look
at that.
right.
Okay,
Yeah,
there we go. Now we can see it better.
Pop that hood down, throw you some duct tape on it, and slap that sucker back on the road.
seconds left
There's
in the
the
work
tape.
area. 20 seconds left in the work area.
That piece didn't work.
I take the whole front end off. You don't need it. It's not mandatory that you have that
if
piece on there.
If it's crash damaged, as long as approved by an INEX tech official, you can take that off, right?
Throw him even more tape. That's silver tape this time.
I think that's the same tape that Tony Stevens used to tape his
Honda's
Explorer together a
expired
couple
in
of years ago on the way to Iowa.
Honda's expired in the work area.
If it was, the premium neon green is the choice now of the Penguin.
Either that or he's got some pink floating around here, too.
That neon tape is
So
pretty
there
good.
is, we talked about it earlier, there is the the area to get around the work area back to the racetrack through the lineup chute. And here comes Camden back to the racetrack.
We'll come back to one to go. The T2
It ain't got to be the
rejoining
prettiest
field.
pig out there, but still has a chance to win it.
What did we call this earlier in the week, Lenny?
The viewing area. I don't remember we had a name.
That was the temporary dojo at one point.
Well, the Joe Ryan Osborne Race Shop here in Mooresville by the drag strip is the dojo. When his group overtook it at the time of the comment, yes, it was a temporary dojo, but that's not official dojo unless Joe and company are up there.
I see a few people calling it in right now. Yeah, there's some interested spectators looking on there at this race. So we'll get ready to go back to green. One lap completed, and I don't want to bring it up, Lenny. We got about 13 minutes completed on the clock.
Wow. Well, 75's behind Brexton. Watch them. I think everybody's pretty frisky back behind
green,
Brexton.
everyone.
We'll
Stay
see
off
if
the bumpers.
they
Stay off the
work their
bumpers.
way
Stay
up
off
to
the
him or whether he
bumpers.
pulls away. Because when they get to race at each other,
T2,
that makes it
detach
easier
front
for the
bumper.
lead
T2,
driver.
detach front bumper. Take it in.
And we are green. They will figure that out over there as we get ready to pile it down into corner number one. It's Brexton, Bush, your leader. Johnson in second. Hemingway in position number three. Evan Johnson in fourth as they race it down the back straightaway. Terry into three.
Yeah, they finally were able to stretch out there. The restart wasn't. It was double file, was single file this time. As you see the 75 there, I believe that's Hemingway going on the attack on Johnson for second. I think I have a side-by-side battle coming off the exit of two.
Allie Johnson pushed to the outside. She's able to slam the door on Evan Johnson and not let him in, but now he gets in anyway, so that'll move him up to the third position. And Allie's got to fight off the competitor behind, Matt Hodges, and Hodges going to take the 16, and the car slow on the bottom. That was close.
Get in the X, 38.
And that is
left,
Gerald
38
White
left
trying to
in the
get
X, 38, get
off
in
the
X.
racetrack as he's a little slow. 2 wins this week, and this Friday just not going the way that he
38,
wanted to.
get
66 went a little bit wide there, Terry, as he tries to not only maintain third, but try to get second as Hemingway tries to pull away.
Yeah, trying to find all the speed possible. It's something that these Bando drivers, early stages of their career, trying to find cautions out. Got an issue going on in 1 and 2 as we hear the wonderful person, the 18s around.
High.
That is
Take it
Mazzagotti.
off. T2, take it off. Detach front bumper. T2
16's around
work
too.
area. Detach front bumper.
That is Hodges around.
All this, and our leader, Brexton Bush, just
38,
comfortably
you're
up
going off
front,
turn
making
2.
laps
38
and
going off turn
flicking them
2.
off here. There he is, the 54. I think he's got passes to go see another couple races the rest of the weekend in Florida.
I'm sure he does.
So that'll be fun.
I'm
Go
sure.
ahead.
I'm sure that is not the Showtime Speedway World Figure 8 Championships.
No.
Well, depends on if he wins this one or not.
So that bumper is detached.
18 hustling
That'll
around.
go back to the pits.
18
T2.
hustling around.
Yeah, like I was saying, though, on the issue of these Bandos. So early in their career, obviously, they go out here, they're racing these. This is where you learn how to find
75
speed.
JF1,
You have to know if you want to go to that
75
outside,
JF1.
what lane's going to work on what tires. And early on, you're starting to see this big old hits going on back there. And this is also where you learn how to fix a car if you're somebody new to it. Is they hit it with a hammer as hard as possible and slap that sucker together. Got the impact coming out here. Going to try to take that off. Piece broke off in it.
Lights out, coming to green. Lights out, coming to green next time.
And just to
Lights out, coming
clarify,
green.
they were not a
Bam.
part of the caution, and they already had work area time early in this race. So no work
Here's a
area
crowbar.
time for the T2 of Camden
T2 did
Truett.
not get time. They were not in the caution.
So the 54 of Bush is your leader. Getting pretty good at these restarts. Hemingway in a second, Johnson in third. The 75 of Johnson in fourth, and fifth is the 80. Good to see Bryson Nichols up here in the top 5. Here they come through 3 and 4. Green flag is out, and we are back underway.
Wake Forest, Jay Hemingway in the orange car. I think Busch just got a better start, and that's a lot of territory to try to make up in 15 or less laps to go.
A lot of territory to make up as the battle is on for position number 4 as they are duking it out. Here comes Hodges back to the back bumper. We got a 4-way dance for position number 4.
Now you see the 80 coming up here, trying to get to the back bumper of that 66 machine. 16 is trying to look to the outside. Now here comes the 66. He's going to try to go up here to take that spot from Allie Johnson for P number 3, and he's going to make that pass work.
Evan does. Evan Johnson gets the spot. The 80 making a move there. Bryson Nichols in the 80, the white nose car. Now, it's not just fenders that Bryson changed. He got a whole new nose on that Bandolero that has moved up into the 5th position. Now 4th.
As they battle it out, there is your leader. That is the 54 of Brexton Busch, and the yellow flag flies. It's Hodges around in 2. Seems like every time, Lenny, we take the camera off him, he goes for a spin.
16's been better than this. They must have changed something, and it's not working the same way.
Something is...
Yeah, the 16, I don't remember him being in this many, and certainly not back-to-back-to-back. That car, the driver, is got to have something that he's complaining about on that race car, because he's better than what we've seen so far this morning or this afternoon now.
And just a reminder that these drivers, these races do have time limits. As we look at a replay here, this is the 16 all by himself by the looks of it here. Just steps out away from him to go around.
He got that thing a little bit aggressively loose maybe, and as soon as he twitches it on just anything that isn't 100% traction, it's getting away from him. And loose is fast, and he probably needed some speed to be picked up to keep up with the 54 here on the final day. But they may have gone a tick over what the limits of adhesion and the driver's abilities can do it.
So we are getting ever so close to the time limit in this race. We remind you that the laps are also the time limit in these races here this afternoon. So this is a 20-lap contest or 20 minutes, whatever does.
How will we visually know that the time limit is up?
Well, we will have a pink flag with a clock on it when we do see it. The pink is something similar to what our flag man is. Oh, look at that. Here we are. Green in time. And, oh wow.
No time.
Green.
Do you guys know
time.
that is happening on screen when it happens?
Well, we just took the time flag out of the flag stand, so maybe we'll give these guys a couple more laps. We'll see what happens here.
I know. Brexton Busch is really this is his most dominant performance of the 3 that he has gotten to this position in. The 75 of Jay Hemingway not going to close it out and make it easy on him.
So there was no time flag displayed. There was a little bit of red flag time there, Lenny. So they will give them a couple of more minutes on the time limit. So hopefully that gives them the opportunity to get these laps in.
16 looking on the inside. Oh. There's the 66 on the rear bumper of the 75. Evan Johnson looking to get around Jay Hemingway. Hemingway, maybe the prettiest looking of these bandos, but right now he wants to just keep it the most second place looking, and the 66 has other ideas down into 3.
There goes the 66 to the inside. Terry, what are you seeing here as they battle it out for the runner-up spot?
We see the 66 trying to find speed, trying to find places on this racetrack to actually get some grip, to get the forward momentum off the exit of the corner. Now look at it. Off the exit, you see the diamond that Lenny talked about in the last race we called. It's able to dive it in there, kind of sail it in there just a little bit more. You see the deeper arc in the corner, and then a great exit off. But the 75's doing a great job with that 66, just holding them off here. As Brexton Busch is gone, son.
Up in front continues to be the 54 of Busch by about a half straightaway or so on top of this battle for position number 2 as they come by this time with 14 laps completed. There goes the 66 looking to the inside. There is Busch up in front. The battle for second continues on as they work around a lap car, and it's now the 66 Lenny that takes position number 2.
Yeah, 66 taking the spot there right as we switched to the winner, or the leader, Brexton Bush. But nonetheless, we get to see him now. There is Brexton, about a half a straightaway lead, and just clicking off laps. He's made plenty of practice laps, been out there racing in the winged outlaw kart world, and right now he knows he's just got to keep doing what he's doing until he sees the white and then eventually the checkered flag here at Citrus County.
3.5 laps to go. The 54 of Bush comes up on a lap car. The 66 of Johnson pulls away from the 75 of Hemingway for the runner-up position. And after a couple of cautions and a slow start to this one, the beginner Bandoleros have found their groove as they come by this time, Lenny, to 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. The second place battle, second and third, is pretty good, but they're separated, and now we just watch our leader, Brexton Bush. He goes to the inside of the white lap car, comes out of corner number 2. He'll bring it down into corner number 3. Are we watching an emerging star getting ready to run maybe Thursday Thunder sometimes, maybe summer shootout? As we watch Brexton Bush, he'll bring it down the back straightaway. He's just a few corners away from getting his opportunity to talk to Tim Terry in victory lane. He's going to make the turn out of corner number 4.
Yellow, yellow, yellow 2. Yellow, yellow, yellow 2.
And we get a yellow.
We did get a yellow.
I was trying to get him there to the checkers, but not quite enough.
That is the 75 of Hemingway.
All right, 54, hold me a nice slow pace.
We
We
are
not done.
not done on this one. How about that? Brexton was on his way, did not take the checkered flag.
16
I thought you were going to buy McGowan breakfast this morning so that everything that was past 5 laps to go was checkered.
Well,
Come on, 16
no,
past
that's not how that worked.
75. Jay,
That
past
is not how that worked.
Come on, 75
Well,
Hemingway, let's go. Come on.
You know, I like
5F.
watching Brexton because it's important to watch how he steers and how he's doing things. His racecrafting has come a long way since the few times I saw him running around tracks like Millbridge and Mountain Creek and such. It's gone out west and run some of the outlaw kart races out there. And I think it's pretty neat that now he's coming over to the pavement side and following this way. His father and uncle raced in the Legends cars way back when at Las Vegas Motor Speedway and other tracks. So we'll watch and see how this finishes out. But I think this is the week that we've got a pavement star starting to come and emerge in that 54.
Absolutely. His first big week of Bandolero racing. Could it end with a third victory? Evan Johnson on the back bumper trying to take it away. And one final checkered flag here at Citrus County Speedway. Green and white together. Final lap of racing for the beginner Bandoleros down into turn number 1. Brexton Bush gets a great start on Johnson. Johnson trying to keep in his tire tracks. Down the back straightaway for the final time on day number 5 of INEX Winter Nationals. And it's all Brexton Bush. Checkered flag for the 54.
Nice run by the 54. Evan Johnson earning his runner-up role and getting there. The 80 of Bryson Nichols finishes in third. Matt Hodges, Allie Johnson, the preliminary top 5 finish. And Brexton will come down. And he had said the day before that some of these drivers would be gunning for him. Well, they gunned for themselves, and none were close enough to that rear nerf bar to even put a scratch on it. So he'll come down. Should be a nice smile. And wish him and his father and all good luck the rest of the weekend once they're over on the other side of the state of Florida. There's Terry, and we'll be going to the sounds of Tim Terry in just a moment. Rowdy helmet comes up. Go ahead.
Brexton Bush climbing from the car, a winner. 3 wins this week. And a dominating performance to close off this final day at INEX Winter Nationals. We will grab a couple of words with Brexton. Coming out of turn number 4, coming to the checkered flag, and then the caution comes out. What were you thinking when you saw the caution instead of the checkered?
I really thought that Well, I really knew that I was going to win it, so I thought to just get a good start so then I could get away, so then I could just win it.
3 big wins this week. What does it mean to take away 3 wins in your first big week of Bandolero racing?
It's pretty good. It feels pretty good because it's my first races and because it's the Nationals and I got it.
So how do you celebrate 3 wins this week?
I don't know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brexton Bush is your winner. What a way to kick off a Friday afternoon here at Citrus County Speedway.
I like that kid. Genuine and real smiles on him. That's very cool. Well, good luck. And Grandpa Tom, you got a nice one there. This one's a driver. And there's Bubbles down there in the pink shirt. Going to get the smiles. That's an added bonus for any driver to have Bubbles. And for all of you watching at home, we would ask that you flip over to uslegendcars.tv. We want to have you as a part of the party the rest of the day and throughout the year. uslegendcars.tv. Please get over there and become a part of US Legends Racing on the internet. And for now, we're going to break away. We'll be back with more from Citrus County Speedway in Inverness, Florida. We'll see you then.
Speedsport has been America's motorsports authority since 1934. Get news, results, and commentary from the most connected experts in the business, covering all forms of motorsports from flat track to NASCAR and everything in between. Bookmark Speedsport.com on your mobile device now, or follow Speedsport on social, and be sure to subscribe to the Speedsport Daily. Speedsport is your one-stop shop for all things racing on 2 wheels and 4.